Okay, what's happening in the world? What's happening in the world? Talk to me. Zeus last night joined Owner and Smash in an arena lobby with delight and instantly started complaining how scary Keen's Gwen is. My boy is stressed. Ooh, it's Hamalife versus Gen G today. Keen versus Zeus. Caedrel goes to the barber for the first time. What can go wrong? Caedrel's in Berlin. He's about to get his hair done. Hello, I'm here for my haircut appointment. You don't have one. Someone you know was here. He cancelled it.
That's kind of a long time.
You have to wait an hour or go home. Not my problem. What are you on about? Who was it? Me. Okay, I'll wait. He waits, starts eating, and tries to riz up some girls in the lounge. It's your turn, Petro. Come take a seat. Next time, don't try to cut your hair by yourself. Can you just do something fresh so I look even better? Of course I can. I'm a master.
Stream today,
Bro.
also when Minecraft.
When Minecraft soon. What is this, chat? A master at cutting. You want me to fix this mess on your chin as well? What is wrong with my bard? Everything. Bro, I'm looking really good. I think we also got Nocturnal to IRL. I can't see what I'm doing. On me, I got caught. I'm sorry, Bold Drill. Bro, what are these like? Are these like manga novels or some shit that you're making every day? Like, what is this? This is the dumbest shit ever, bro. I know he's gonna make... This motherfucker's gonna make another one tomorrow. I drew the Red King. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, that's insane. How did you do that? How did you do that? Can you get rid of the orange on the color? Hey, we don't represent that team no more. Can you get rid of the orange on that color? Get rid of the orange and a little LR and oh my god, it's god tier. That's cool as fuck, man. Thank you for that. Variety after scrims, rats. Wait, isn't that chicken dinner? Always has been. Hey, okay. Does anyone know how to remove text and images off a shirt like this? Trying to get ahead of the curve after Caedrel's performance in yesterday's scrims. Bro, shut up. Drago should cast the World Finals this year, but I would go crazy hard. LCK has added a new rule. Korean netizens jokingly call it the lazy feel rule. This rule adds if a player from LCKCL comes to play in the LCK for a reason, force majeure, it will be not counted in the total number of matches. In the case of the recent LCK Cup, it will not happen again. Even if he plays LCK one match, he'll not play. Oh, okay. So it's basically because lazy feel got banned. I told my homeowner that I guess I won't be paying rent as it's obviously April Fool's. Wow, you must have got them really good. Hey, man, I'm not going to pay rent. April Fool's. No way. Really? No way. Okay, let me have a look at the new patch. Patch 25.07 notes. When does the match start? Bro, if someone comes into this chat and says, when does the game start? I'm going to fucking flip. Patch highlights. April Fool's 2025. What? Party Drake Soul, Dragon Slayer buff, terrain. When was this? Today? Are they releasing this today? Oh, it's new ranked modes. Okay. The Penguin Garen skin. Yeah, I know. LeBlanc visual update. It looks fucking cool. So they haven't changed any of her in-game stuff, right? Demon's Hand. Overall, we're excited about the reception of Demon's Hand. We love seeing something. Oh, that's the card game, right? Home Garden Fountain. Maximum healing is down. Maximum MP is down. Early game missing health is up. Late game missing mana is up. Okay. Home guard speed is down a little bit, so it's just a bounce nerf. Lane swap protection in mid lane has been shrunk to no longer overlap with the most repped pit. Nice. Brand passive damage is up. Explosion damage cap to monsters. Wow, okay. Is Brand jungle back or what? Damage cap per tick is up against non... Okay, so they buffed Brand jungle. Darius is getting a flat nerf. Base armor down, equal down increased. Gwen Q final damage increased, scaling dashes on her W. So her Q damage is down by 10 flat. And her W resists are down by 2, but are upped by her AP ratio. So this is nothing, this nerf. This nerf is nothing. Gwen's probably really OP still, right? In jungle especially. These are placebo nerfs. Ivern root duration on his Q is up by 0.4 seconds level 1. That's actually a really big buff. That is a very nice buff for Ivern. Especially because you max E. Lilia's E damage is down by 10% AP ratio. doesn't really matter, I think, that much. Lulu, big Lulu changes. Her Q damage is decreased, flat. Her W cooldown is increased, so Lulu's quite nerfed, actually. I feel like Lulu and Karma nerfs are hurting their lane phase a lot, because it's mostly Q damage, right? Neferi changes. Her health is down, her armor is down, her damage to monsters is down, damage to minions is up, and the cooldown on her ult is 2 seconds higher. I mean, it sounds like they're trying to push her back into a lane, but I think she'll still be a good jungler. She'll be like a decent jungler still, I think. E-cast time now scales the attack speed, really? Ooh, so you can bang. Okay. Passive damage increased, Q damage increased. Okay, so they had to release the new Shaco skin, so they had to drop some Shaco buffs. They had to drop some Shaco buffs real quick. So Shaco's probably going to be super OP on this patch, and then they're going to get nerfed again. Actually, it's not that bad. They gave him 5% bonus AD on his Q, and they gave him 5% bonus AD increase on his passive. Shen Q now applies flat damage to structures. Ooh. It's the flat damage, not the percent max health is damage. But that's quite nice. Shen was always intended to be a functional split pusher. But in the current state of the game, he just doesn't have enough damage against structures to threaten real damage. I wonder how much damage that looks like on towers then, if you have like Hullbreaker and shit. Singed passive cooldown increased. Q damage increased. Bonus stats decrease on his R. Ooh, that Q damage per second is up by 2.5% AP ratio. They also gave him some QOL changes last patch. E slow increase, cooldown decreased. Pillar of Ice. Ooh, that's nice for jungle. The E cooldown being lower and the slow being higher is very nice for jungle. W damage is adjusted. Wait, so they buffed him. It was 50% empowered amp, and now it's 50% plus with 15% bonus AD. They just buff him or what? It's not a bounce buff because he doesn't build AD. Okay, there's a lot of Serath changes. He's getting 5% AP ratio on his Q. He's getting 5% bonus AP ratio on his W. He's getting flat damage on his E down a bit. And his ult damage flat is down, but his AP ratio is up. So I'm guessing that he's just becoming... He's lost some focus as an artillery mid laner or transitioned into a support. We want to make some adjustments to make sure he's a mid laner. So they nerfed this early a little bit and makes his scaling a lot better. Not too bad on the early game nerf though. Critical strike damage is no longer reduced by 10%. No longer cleanses crowd control upon returning. So I'm guessing like if you snap back as you're getting stunned, you stay stunned on the snapback. Okay, Yorick is big changes. I'll check that in a second. Catalyst of Eons is a little weak for a laning epic. Catalyst of Eons is a little weak for a laning epic. We'd like to preserve the distinct price point from his lost chapter in order to retain some laning variants. So the build path is now Ruby, Ruby, Sapphire, and 200 gold instead of Ruby, Sapphire, 600 gold. Mana is up. Eternity mana restored from damage taken is up by 3%. All of Ages will also receive the same buff. Total gold of Umbral Glaive. Ooh, pike buffs. Okay. I mean, Roa is already pretty strong, right? I wonder how much stronger it is from that. Okay, there's some big Yorick changes. We're delivering a large-scale update to Yorick dispatch with 2 primary goals. First, we'd like to make Yorick better for Yorick players, filling in some of his dead points and making him more of a complete champ. Second, we'd like to make him stronger in high-level pro play, adding some extra skill expression and making him more resilient. To make Yorick more self-sufficient, we're pushing up his early game a ton and improving his fights outside of lane. More graves on minions, you don't kill with Q. Graves for simply whacking a champion or large epic monsters. Simple number buffs to his Q. And a new ED buff that he can use. So his armor growth is down. Jesus Christ, his passive. Nearby deaths per grave are lowered. Okay, this is going to be so complicated. Because his passive... Okay, hold up. I have not played much Yorick. But as far as I'm aware, Yorick's passive is... Every time minions die, there's a chance that there's a fucking grave that spawns. And then you press Q or some shit. And then the minions spawn from that grave. I played like Yorick jungle before. It's not chance based, it's a flat amount. Okay. So Nearby deaths per grave. I don't know what that actually is. What does that mean, nearby deaths per grave? Is this how many deaths have to happen for a grave to spawn? If it's a fixed amount? Okay, so 8 minions have to die early for a grave to spawn. So they've buffed him early, yeah. The AD, and I'm guessing the AD is from the minions, right? So the little rats have 15 AD instead of 4. Level 1. And they get 20 bonus AD instead of total AD. The bonus attack speed is from Yorick's bonus attack speed, so they are attacking a little less. Their health is down a little bit. Champion basic attack damages towards Mistwalkers, instant kills. No longer is it's now 100% damage from melee attacks. So this helps his lane against ranged champs, I guess. Single target damage towards Mistwalkers is not insta kills now, it's normal damage. AoE damage towards Mistwalkers is now a little bit higher. I can go through this chat. Early at least. Non-champion damage towards Mistwalkers is now 10% lower. Okay, so TLDR, Mistwalkers will no longer follow Yorick's recall while fighting jungle monsters. Yorick can now ping his passive to share the kind of Mistwalkers he has. So TLDR, the little rats that Yorick spawn will spawn more often and hit harder and live a little bit longer against range champs. But they will attack, their attack speed's a bit lower. His Q cooldown is down. His scaling on his Q is higher. Summons a grave on champion and large epic monsters hit. Okay, this is where the important thing comes in. His E, 15% current HP down to minimum threshold. It's now a flat damage with 100% AP scaling. It now shreds 18% armor for 4 seconds. Doesn't increase Mistwalker damage by 20%. Okay. Okay. His ult damage is up and now scales off bonus AD, and it is insanely tanky in the early game. But it is off bonus HP instead of total HP. I don't know what the numbers work out to. Alright. That's a lot of weird changes. It just sounds like his early game is overall stronger.